Hey, Jules Blessed Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those of you who are new, I know you can benefit. So it's Saturday night, 11 o'clock, because that's how I roll, people. Oh my goodness, we drove down to San Diego today, and I know there's a person hanging with a loved one in San Diego, and I was like, how can I psychically find that person and give him a hug? To no avail, to no avail. I stayed the course. I was with my husband, and we were doing a run for his business, and it was amazing and intense, and I was happy to spend the time with him and trying to be present and not think about all the things I needed to be doing, because spending quality time with my husband is exactly what I needed to be doing. So thank you, God, for that. I went to confession. Yay. And people say, why do you have to go to confession? You don't have to, you're a really good person. I go to confession because God tugs at my heart and longs to continue to form me to be my best version. And I like to go and just say, hey, Father, forgive me for this and that, and continue to work on me and humble me. And thanks for caring. Yeah. I like to receive communion at Mass, and you cannot have sin per se. I mean, we sin all the time, but I definitely go and tell him my stuff. Anyway, so I'm glad I went to confession. And, part of that was all of the obsession about food and making food my God and believing that food could solve the issue instead of prayer, and it's really the difference between living to eat and eating to live, which we are all too familiar with, right? So when I'm eating to live, I'm content with a beautiful salad. When I'm living to eat, I'm obsessing about processed, packaged, nightmare food. And also when I don't necessarily want to be where I am, because escaping into food is something I did forever. And I don't want to do that anymore, but that's kind of where I'm at. So, of course, I had another fit. And then my husband was like, what happened? Like, why are you being pouty right now? And how come you're suddenly uptight? We were doing great. And it was because I was just flipping out, just thinking about what I wanted, thinking about what I couldn't have, thinking about how I could trick, thinking about how, on and on and on. And I had packed a bunch of vegetables to eat and some beautiful grapes and drank 8 cups of water. And I'm on my 4th cup of tea and my favorite gigantic cup. 2 of these is 6 cups, and it's delicious. And when I am eating to live, I am so content. But when I'm living to eat, I am insane. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry that that's my truth, but it is. And I know some of you can relate, and I love that. So with it being 11 o'clock and me being exhausted from driving 400 miles today, and all the physical labor we put in, which I was thrilled to do, I'm going to wrap this up. So this is a really cool, actually it was just a mouse pad, but it's just a cool thing, which I will post as the icon for this video. And it says, hello, I'm a vegan. And then these are just like immediate answers to the most common things people will say right away to a vegan. So you just go straight to the answers. I know, you could never do that. No, I don't eat fish. Yes, I get enough protein. My B12 is fine, thank you. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. What do I eat? Food. No, I don't want to eat meat. Plants are not sentient. Yes, I'm still a vegan. I've barely been a vegan for 1 second, and I get all of that. I have some really beautiful friends, and straight up, they'll say, man, I could be a vegan, except I love my fish. oh, I could totally go vegan if I could have cheese. Well, I would definitely try being a vegan, but I love my egg white omelet. Oh man, I can't live without ice cream. Like all those things. And, it's all valid because I was saying it myself a year ago or so. But it wasn't that I couldn't, it was that I was choosing not to. Let's get the wording right. You're choosing not to give those things up because, of course, you don't need any of those to live. No, I don't eat fish. Yeah, that is hilarious how many times people will say, but you can still eat fish and chicken, right? Just not meat. Hi, how do you not know those are meat? Yes, I get enough protein. My gosh, right? So much protein. It's astounding. And it's too bad that our world is so obsessed with protein anyway, which can be very hard on the body, right? Especially if you read the China study, my gosh. They literally could manipulate cancer by the amount of protein they put. My B12 is fine, thank you. It takes years for your B12 to deplete in your body. And of course, it's such an easy supplement. And again, even if you just leave the dirt on your organic celery, right? And also remember, nobody's getting enough B12 anymore. And the only reason animal meat is providing B12 is because they've supplemented it. Nobody's getting enough B12. Our mineral depleted soil just doesn't provide anymore. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. Completely true. I think once you really do choose it as a lifestyle instead of a diet, you're finally free. What do I eat? Food. I don't know if that's free. I don't know if that's fair to say, except for there's so many levels of vegans, right? We know you can be a successful vegan and only eat packaged junk food. We know that you can be a standard vegan, plant-based standard vegan, and then a phenomenal vegan who's raw. I mean, there's different layers, right? No, I don't want to eat meat. Why do people do that? Don't you just want to bite? This tastes amazing. What's hard for me is that I'm still new enough to where meat doesn't gross me out. And where if somebody has a piece of beautiful fish for a moment, I'm like, and then all these visuals come flashing at me of tortured animals. Every time I want to dare to have something with milk or egg, I just go, yeah, they're not dead, but they wish they were. Can't do it. Can't do it. No, I don't want to eat meat. Plants are not sentient. How many times have you had that argument? People argue that all the time. Well, you're hurting plants. I mean, when you pull a plant, I'm sure, like, they don't have a spinal cord. They don't have a brain. Come on. It's so petty. And yes, I'm still vegan. Because people expect you to get over it, right? Did you wake up from that nightmare yet? Are you still vegan? Yeah, still vegan. Well, let me think about that. Are animals still being tortured? Are they still being killed? Is the planet still on a trajectory that's going to end if we don't get on with the nonsense? So yeah, still vegan. Thanks. Anyway, I just thought that was cool. Hi, I'm a vegan. And then to just respond so efficiently to all those things. Can you hear my dog barking? It'll start with my dog barking because they do this game. There's 5 of them and they literally rotate on whose turn it is to start barking till mom or dad will come get them. But sadly, while they're barking, inevitably my husband will start barking any moment. Get the dang dog! I'm like, can I just do my video? Anyway, I hope you're well. Happy Saturday. I hope you had a good one. And I just wanted to check in and share that because I thought it was cool. I'm happy to be well. I'm thrilled to have tea. The kitchen was closed, but the tea bar was open. For a moment, I was like, oh, I'll make banana and ice cream, like whatever I can do to, supplement my sweet tooth. And I was like, you know what? It's late. We didn't even get home until 8 o'clock. You're full, by all accounts, from your incredible salad. And my salad had great things in it. I had some avocado as well as corn. It was like a feast, right? I didn't make an exceptional amount, but I put great things in it. And just a fun, simple dressing that I make myself. And I was like, do you really need more? And then I was like, oh yeah, tea. And I have a bunch of great kinds. But this is one of my favorites by all. I can just smell my childhood. Black licorice spice. So my grandfather. All right. Like if you like, join us if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't. And until we talk again, know that I pray for you, that I will put you in the prayer book at Mass. If you have an intention, I'd love to know. And best of all, know that you're blessed.